Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and welcome to Ventures. Welcome to Ventures Season 3, Winterfest Ventures, Frost Night Ventures, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about Ventures right now, guys. So this is going to be the first video of a multi-part video. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be doing one video each for each of the different classes: Soldier, Constructor, Ninja, and Outlander. The reason for this is because there's going to be way too much to go over in a single video. So this video is the introduction. We're going to talk about the new Storm Zone modifiers. We're going to talk about the weapons I recommend to look for in game, and we're just going to go over what this new venture seems to be. I know that it just came out. I know there's some people out there who are already almost done with it, which is kind of really interesting. I'm going to try and do a couple of levels every single day until I finish it. We've got plenty of time, I think, before it goes away. So let's go ahead and jump in, guys. First of all, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you for supporting. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everyone using my creator code DUJ2. Thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. Thank you to everyone who's becoming a member of the channel. You can check the link down below if you want to do that. Thank you very much, guys. Really, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So let's talk about this ventures. Let's start with the initial thing. Yes, we are now in Frost Night event, and this one is being called the Winterfest Ventures, even though our current event is a Frost Night. Now I think they're calling it Winterfest because that's probably what BR is also going to go into, a Winterfest. It is in Flannel Falls, the Venture Zone, and like I said, I'm doing this introduction because there's a lot of people I know who are already very advanced, but there's a lot of people who haven't even touched Ventures yet, so we're going to just go from scratch and explain it all. So what is Ventures? Ventures is a different area in the game in Save the World, almost like a separate mode, but kind of like a game mode. Ventures, what happens is when you go in, you may notice that up here your level will be at 1. This means that you cannot use any of your schematics for your weapons. You can use your trap schematics and you can use all of your hero loadouts, but you will not be able to use all of the materials that you collect in the Save the World proper, in the main game, and you won't be able to use any of your weapon schematics. You're going to depend on getting weapons from the weapons you find in game, either from chests or from searching things, or from the different vending machines that are there. To get weapons from vending machines, you're going to need materials. You're going to need the base material of either a rotating gizmo or a power. What are those called again? The power source ones. I always forget those things. I always forget what they're called. Let's go check real quick. So you're going to need either rotating gizmos or you're going to need active power cells. That's what it is. You're also going to need the different sunbeam, bright core, or copper or silver or all that to be able to get them from the vending machines. So keep an eye out for that, and keep an eye out for those rotating gizmos in the lower levels and for the active power cells in the higher levels. Now, when you get into Ventures, you're going to notice that this is going to be in a place called Flannel Falls. I do hope that as the season progresses, we are going to get some snow in Flannel Falls, because it would be wonderful. Right now, we don't know how long this is going to last, but more than likely, this zone will last about 10 weeks, about 2 months, maybe a little over 2 months for this Ventures. Which means that whatever happens in Battle Royale isn't going to be happening in Save the World. We're on 2 different schedules now. So if something big comes to Battle Royale, it usually doesn't mean something big for Save the World. Like I said, we're on a different schedule. Now, what is going on in Ventures this time? Ventures is an area, like I said, you go in, you have to farm your completely different materials. And when you're farming your completely different materials, you also need to go ahead and store up, make your traps, and also get weapons and repair them. Make sure you repair them because they will break. All right, introduction of Ventures is over. Let's take a look at what we have in this Ventures. In this Ventures, we have a new modifier. Every single Ventures has given us a different modifier. Some of them are some of them are pretty interesting. This one is kind of interesting. We have a super hero modifier. And this superhero modifier is Super Soldier, Super Constructor, Super Ninja, or Super Outlander. Like I said, keep an eye out. I will be releasing probably videos every single day in the next couple of days, maybe multiple, because I have been working on these of what loadouts I recommend. Now, for this initial one, in this initial video, I'm going to show you guys the first 2 loadouts that I recommend you use, because they're going to be the most important and the funnest too. Super Soldier gets a headshot damage of 2 times. Range weapon eliminations reduce active cooldowns by 4 seconds. Reduces a melee weapon and trap damage. This is very important to look at, because you're going to see that pretty much if you go in with a soldier, or when you go in with any other hero class, you're going to see a reduction in damage in everything else. So soldier gets a reduction in melee and trap. Constructor gets a reduction in weapon damage, all weapons. So pretty much constructors just get a trap bonus. Super ninjas, or the ninjas, get a reduction in ranged weapon and trap damage, and outlanders get a reduction in weapon and trap damage. So Outlanders and constructors seem to be the most, how can I put this? The ones who are worst off, but not really, because constructors will have a melee increase, a melee impact damage increase, and their kinetic overload. So constructors are going to be very easy. I'm going to show you guys a loadout later, which is basically the best loadout to use constructors for damage as well. If you're just using them for building, that's fine too. I kind of wish that they would have increased the amount of trap damage the constructors did, but it is what it is. And outlanders, you can see right here, they are going to have a reduction in all weapon and all trap damage. So outlanders are purely going to be depending, if you want max damage, they're going to be depending on their anti-material punch, or you're going to be depending on their charges. I was gonna say the bunny. Their teddies, their shock towers, and such. Now remember, none of these different things will be affecting the gadgets. Now gadgets, for those of you who don't know, if you go to your upgrades, gadgets right here, so there's going to be no effect on gadgets, which I gotta say is kind of good, but I kind of wish that we would have seen, have they fixed this yet? They haven't fixed it yet. I kind of wish we would have seen a change in this. So honestly, banners, slow fields, hover turrets, adrenaline rushes, and supply drops, and if you want the airstrikes as well, are going to be very needed for those classes that are not going to be able to use weapons or traps. Now, Super Soldier, like I said, gets headshot times 2. Range weapon eliminations reduce active cooldowns by 4 seconds. So every single time that you take out an enemy, you're going to get a cooldown reduction of 4 seconds. This is crazy. This means, and this is the thing about all of these, we need hero loadouts with powerful abilities, because yes, you can find a really great weapon, but trust me, this season, this Ventures is all about abilities. Like I said, I'm going to go through the soldiers. I'm going to show you guys a beautiful lefty and righty loadout. It's going to be awesome for this one. Of course, if you're going to be using the you're going to be able to use, in this case, you're going to be able to use the Chrome, what's his name again, the Chromium Ramirez, no, the other one, whoever the other one is, the Jonesy that's metallic. You're going to be able to use him for massive damage with your minigun. So there's going to be some awesome setups I'll be showing you guys. Super Constructors, building costs are reduced by 66%. Melee impact damage dealt is increased, and triggering kinetic overload reduces active cooldowns by 4 seconds. So if you use kinetic overload, 4 seconds, guys. 4 seconds of active cooldown reductions is gigantic, which means we don't really have to use Happy Holidays. If you use it, it will be great, and basically you're going to be able to use abilities non-stop. So you want to focus on the abilities that are going to be the most powerful. Ninjas, Super Ninjas, ability eliminations increase melee damage and attack speed by 50% for 10 seconds. Melee weapon eliminations reduce active cooldowns by 2 seconds. Shadow stance benefits are doubled, reduced ranged weapon and trap damage. This one right here, ninjas are they just blow me away. They have made them just absolutely ridiculously overpowerful. We're going to talk about them. Like I said again, we're going to talk about them. Believe it or not, Paleo Luna, Immortal Luna is not the best ninja this time. There's going to be several different ninjas, including a ninja that is going to be able to stay in shadow stance pretty much the entire time. Yes, the OG mythic, I can't believe I'm saying this. The mythic ninja is coming back, guys. I love that loadout. It's going to be so much fun, as well as we're going to explore. This is going to give us a capacity to explore so many different loadouts. And finally, I think we're actually going to be able to use the abilities that extend range, like the shockwave that has a much higher range, much larger range. I mean, the ninja that has the smoke bomb with a larger range too. We're going to be able to use those because we're going to be able to use them more often. 2-second, man, melee weapon elimination. Yeah, so that's going to be awesome. And finally, the super outlanders, who are going to have anti-material charge, which costs 0 energy, and they gain a fragment every 5 seconds, passive 30% damage buff to active abilities, reduce weapon and trap damage. This is crazy, guys. Outlanders are super. Outlanders are absolutely amazing. Yes, I'm going to be showing you guys. I did tell you guys right before last ventures ended, I said that Bloodborne AC was going to be super important to get. You had to get him because the Bloodborne AC loadout is absolutely devastating. His punch is ridiculously awesome. It's so much fun. And the fact that you've got the active fragments, every 50 seconds we get a fragment, so we get to throw down fragments like crazy, and a passive of 30% damage buff to active abilities. It's like, come on, Teddies and shock towers are just amazing. The last thing is the different bonuses, I guess, the different modifiers. We do have modifiers again, knockback melee attacks right here. In this one we have, let's see, there's another one here that had another one, like this one right here. This one has concussive shield break. When the player's shield is destroyed, nearby enemies take damage. Smaller enemies are likely to be knocked back. So we do have multiple different bonuses on top of that, which is going to make this ventures, in a word, fun. And that's I'm really excited, really happy to see that they did this. Now they have also reduced the amount of experience it's going to take, so it doesn't look like this is going to be an 80 to 100 hour ventures to complete. It looks like we're back down to the 40 to 60 hour. So 40 to 60 hours to complete this ventures is really awesome, guys. That's a really big positive. I'm really happy for that. And I'm going to show you guys right now the loadout that I recommend, and it is going to be Cassie. So it's going to be clip. Definitely the clip loadout is the one that I would recommend at the beginning, but also you can modify this to do a little more damage. Remember, this one right here, my clip loadout here is purely for farming. Now, how would I change this for doing a little more damage? All I gotta do is focus on my Teddy. So instead of putting in work and gadgeteer and strike cost, right here I would put different Teddy loadouts, different Teddy heroes. That's going to give me a little more damage there. So putting in Bear With Me, putting in Overbearing, definitely I would highly recommend, first and foremost, you go with Under Warranty, and Bear With Me too for the extra time, Berserker as well. Those are the three that I would put. I would put Under Warranty, Berserker, and Bear With Me. Having it last longer, having it do more damage in general is going to be really helpful as you jump around the map. And again, this is the thing, in the lower levels, you're not going to really need that much damage yet. I would say until you get to about ventures 20 or so, you're not going to really need that much damage, which is why I haven't put out the videos yet showing you guys different loadouts. I would recommend just stick with Clip for now. Stick with her for now. Grind up, get yourself materials, get your things up, and progress through. Of course, have fun trying out different loadouts if you want to, because that's the whole point of the game, having fun trying different loadouts, especially for ventures. And the last thing I'm going to say is, for now, I would say don't worry so much about progressing that fast through it. Yes, there are people who are going to be in much higher levels that can take you to the higher levels, and yes, you can do definitely some damage. And I guess, sorry, the last thing I'm going to say is what weapons I recommend to look for during ventures. Now, it seems that in this ventures we are getting weapons that are going to be, and something that they never really told us, we're going to be seeing the weapons that are currently in the llamas, and right now we have the winter llama. or the Holiday Llama with winter tickets. So for the Holiday Llama, if you want to see what we have a capacity of getting, we can go to the collection book, we can go to the event schematics, we can go down to the holiday weapons. Where are they? Holiday weapons. There. Holiday weapons. So in the holiday weapons, what do I recommend you get? If it shows up in the game, which I think it will, Paint Train, awesome. Paper Shredder, awesome. The Blizzard Blitzer is great to freeze those smashers. The Pop Shot will do a ton of damage, and it's a great shotgun to get. The Ginger Blaster and the Coco 45 are also really good. Remember, the Coco 45 has the marshmallows that bounce around. The Ginger Blaster has the healing gumdrops that it drops. Ralphie's Revenge is an amazing weapon if you're going to be looking for those headshots. Absolutely amazing. Shark Attack, Santa's Little Helper, excuse me, and the Snowball Launcher also are going to be really good. Out of all of these, the Shark Attack for me is the funnest. The Snowball Launcher is a lot of fun too, and the Santa's Little Helper is going to do the most damage. And I don't think we're going to be seeing the Easter Egg Launcher, Love Song, or Heartbreaker in this one. But if you guys have seen it in the game, let me know in the vending machines. And the Supersonic Slasher, the Contender, the Boombo, and the Tree of Light. Tree of Light, best melee weapon. You guys know that. Tree of Light is the best melee weapon. It's absolutely amazing. The Contender is actually really good. It's got a high impact. And remember, impact, constructor, impact. Yeah. So definitely, I would recommend to take a look at, keep an eye out for those. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. That's going to be it for this first video. Like I said, this is the introduction to Ventures. We went through it. I want to explain everything that's in there, as well as, show you guys what I recommend for the initial loadout, which is clipped. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing different videos of each one. I'm going to actually start with the Outlanders because it is the funnest one. Yes, we're going to start with the Bloodborne 8C build, but there's a couple other builds that I also want to show you guys because there are more builds to have fun of, and it does seem, I don't know if they mean to do this on purpose, but everything that was in the event shop last season can really be a lot of fun and used a lot right now. It's kind of interesting how it's working. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate you all. Let me know if I missed anything down below in the comments. And also, for those of you who stuck around this long, keep an eye out. There will be some streams this week where we're going to be doing a lot of Frost Night, a lot of Ventures. But also, I do definitely want to go through and have a lot of fun trying different loadouts. And like I said, if I missed anything, please let me down below. And keep an eye out because I will be doing a special Q&A sometime this week just about Frost Night. Actually, you know what? We might save it for next week. We might save it for next Q&As. It'll be, well, the questions will mostly be about Frost Night Adventures anyway. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.